Hey Cancer, this October is a profound month for all of us, but especially you, being ruled by the moon. We have a new moon solar eclipse on the 25th that could really lead to a lot of new insights and creativity and romance and passion. Really, really exciting energy for you, and really a time to help you re-spark your passion and zest for life, especially if you have been kind of running on fumes for a while. There is a lot happening astrologically with 3 planets going direct this month in addition to that solar eclipse, and we also have Mars going retrograde in the sign of Gemini. We will go over that and more throughout this reading, but before we get too far ahead, I just want to thank all of you who support this channel with your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. If you are brand new to this channel, my name is Michael. I put out these monthly predictions for your zodiac sign using tarot and astrology to really get to the heart of what is going on in your life. And I do have links in the description box down below if you are interested in a personal reading or distance Reiki session. And if you want to make sure that you don't miss out on any of these videos, be sure to hit the bell notification as well. That way you can always be up to date with what the stars and cards have in store for you. Anyways, Cancer, I was connecting with your energy before I hit record, and I really felt like I needed to draw from the botanical oracle for you. Now, some of you may be working with plants or working with herbs or essential oils. Maybe you're focused on nutrition or connecting with the plant kingdom in some way. The first card that I actually got is technically a fungus. We have the morel, which is a mushroom. And it's very interesting that this is coming out, given that we are in October, given that we are heading into Scorpio season later on the 23rd of this month. And we have a lot of scorpionic energy with this eclipse again, because the card property here is regenerate. I often think of the morel as the Tower card or the Death card, both of which have scorpionic influences. And morels are mushrooms that actually will thrive in places that have been devastated by forest fires or wildfires. They will come back the next year and really just come in abundance. And they are very prized for their culinary uses. I'm not sure if you are familiar with mushrooms, but morels are very delicious. But it's interesting, there have been many attempts to cultivate them, and most of them have failed or resulted in very little yield, so they are very wild and hard to tame. And so you are going through this very regenerative process right now. You are tapping into forces that you almost can't even control. And there is this healing or regeneration that is happening that is almost larger than you can fully understand or comprehend. I do feel like there is this new beginning for you creatively as well, and maybe even coming back to your creativity after feeling blocked. Or there could also be new romance in your life, or just finding sparks or passion again, especially if you've been in sort of a dry spell. That's kind of what I'm getting with this moral energy. And you've had to go through this wildfire energy. You had to go through a great period of loss or release in order to have something new and to come back even stronger and more potent. Now, the other card that we have is actually the elderberry or elder plant, and this oracular property is ritual. Some of you may really be engaging with ritual this month. Some of you may be called to work with your magic, but ritual can also take on the context of your daily life. This doesn't have to just be esoteric ritual. Ritual actually shares a Proto-Indo-European root with a word that basically means rhythm. So when we think of ritual, we can think of rhythm, being in rhythm with creation, being in rhythm with the cosmos. And what's interesting about the elder plant, the reason that this plant is associated with ritual is because elder trees have been used for various ceremonies ranging from marriage to, actually the way that this plant was even cultivated had a sort of ritual. Elder plant would give off this scent that was very rich in kind of formaldehyde, and it would smell like death. And because of this, people would ask the elder plant if it could be taken, if it could be cut down, and it was believed that by doing this, you would avoid that odor. And it's a very powerful energy. It's a very powerful time, and I feel like throughout this month, You are going through this month with a lot of reverence. And again, I do feel like you are connecting with plants. You might be communicating or talking to plants. Maybe you are doing a ritual like that I just described with the elder plant, or with any plant, really. I think it's just going to be a very interesting and magical month for you. There's a lot of focus on home and roots and tradition as well. Some of you could be undergoing a birth process, or rechilding yourself, reparenting yourself. Anyways, I want to start pulling some tarot cards for you, Cancer. What do we have for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Any Cancer placements for the month of October? Show us clearly, please. We already have the Page of Wands and Knight of Wands. I'm seeing these two as a progression. They didn't come out exactly at the same time. So I feel like there's been this creativity or this passion that you are reconnecting with, and I feel like you're going to be making some actions or taking stride towards something. There's a lot of fire energy here as well, actually, and this could really be a time of taking action. And I think you've been in this cycle, actually. The Page of Wands has all of these creative ideas or these new insights into things, and it's very exciting energy, but it can be a little bit naive. The Knight of Wands sort of takes that passion then and moves forward. You've had these ideas, you've had this creativity, and maybe you were just doing something for fun, and now you are getting more serious about it. This could be creative, this could be in your career, this could be even involving relationships. You are kind of turning up the heat and getting more serious about something that gave you passion, or that gave you a lot of excitement for your life. We do also have a full moon in Aries on the 9th. And again, you are very sensitive to the moon, being a Cancer. And this could really bring a change relative to your career or the role that you fill in the world at large. I apologize that I keep stumbling over my words. I am very much feeling this last stretch of Mercury retrograde, which does end October 2nd. And Mercury is going direct in the sign of Virgo. And interestingly enough, Virgo represents the part of your chart or the part of your psyche that pertains to communication and the conscious mind. So maybe you have felt like you have been having a hard time getting your point across or communicating. Maybe you feel like you've been stumbling over your words. But fear not. I do feel like there is some forward-moving momentum for you. What else do we have for Cancer for the month of October? We have the Magician. Yes, you are actively manifesting things. You are taking actions towards your dreams and your desires. Some of you could be connecting with a Virgo or Gemini energy because this card represents Mercury. The Magician is Mercury. And so there is communication. There are things coming together. And you are bringing all the elements in place. I feel like you've been gathering ideas or resources or just mustering up the courage or energy for something. We have all 4 elements here on the table, all of these different aces, the cups, the wand, the sword, and the coin. And I feel like you are finally working some magic here. And, you know, we did have the ritual card come up for you as well. I feel like a lot of you are focused on manifestation, or doing some sort of magic. I could, again, see something with healing as well. I'm kind of getting something maybe like Reiki or something to do with herbs. I feel like I'm kind of connecting to people who almost feel like apothecaries to me, or alchemists to me, which is very, very interesting. What else do we have? We have the World. My goodness. Okay. So a lot of new possibilities that are opening up to you. It may feel like this energy is actually a little bit challenging at first because it's like there's so much already out there. Some of you may actually be doubting your abilities or doubting your skills or strengths, but I think you are building the momentum. You are building the courage to put yourself out there in the world. And we have the Six of Swords. You are moving forward. Some of you are learning new skills. Some of you are traveling. And that actually makes quite a deal of sense with Jupiter going back into the sign of Pisces, because Pisces for you represents travel, it represents higher education, spirituality, astrology. These are all things that you could be embarking on right now and kind of expanding your worldview or your understanding of the world. And it's helping you move forward. It's helping you come out of any sort of hard emotional energy and into calmer waters. There is new land, new horizons in sight for you. And you are mending something. And I feel like you are healing yourself by pursuing your purpose this month. That is a big energy I am getting for you. And there is a lot of focus on kind of your 10th house, your career, your public image, this Aries energy. And some of you may be learning more, you may be learning skills, new skills. You may be reading or taking classes or studying under a mentor to really help you move forward in your purpose. And this could even be someone that you are following online, someone who is inspirational to you. What else do we have? We have the High Priestess. Yeah, I'm connecting to a lot of mystics and healers with this group. And the High Priestess represents the moon, so again, this is one of your cards. Some of you are feeling very, very intuitive this month, and that makes a lot of sense because we have Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces. We have the new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio with Venus and the sun there. So there really is kind of this watery energy that is trining or harmonizing with you very, very nicely. And this water element is very intuitive, it's very emotional, it's very creative. And so a lot of you are really in your element this month. And it's really helping you grow and expand and just feel flow in your life. And it's interesting, that word rhythm, I feel like you are in rhythm with something larger, that ritual, something that is helping you connect to something greater. What else do we have here? I feel like some of you could be taking the plunge and pursuing something more creative, going off the beaten path in your life. That is an energy I'm getting. There is also new relationships or a deepening of an existing relationship happening this October for you with the Two of Cups. Some of you are connecting to a soulmate or a dearly beloved person. And that makes a lot of sense because we have Venus entering your 5th house of romance and dating, as well as creativity and pleasure. So some of you could be meeting someone new, or again, just finding that spark in your relationship, feeling really connected to someone. For others of you, this might even just be a partner, someone you can work together on something with if you're not asking about love. Someone who can help share the burdens in life with the 10 of Wands. I do feel like a lot of you have been working very hard. You've been trying to manifest something, or you are working towards your goals, and you are creating abundance with the Nine of Pentacles. You are achieving your dreams. You are making headway on your desires this month. A lot of really powerful and beautiful messages here. And the 10 of Cups, ultimate fulfillment, ultimate happiness here. Happiness that you can share with the people that you hold dear. Happiness that not only fills up your own heart, but it overflows into the hearts of those around you. And again, there could be a lot of focus on home and family this month. Maybe some of you are reparenting an inner child or doing inner child work, and this is helping you connect more creatively or connect to that creative side, that creative part of yourself. King of Swords. Yeah, I feel like some of you, if you have some sort of like social media following, or you do something on social media, for some reason with this card, it feels like you are going to be very successful. Now, the King of Swords does specifically represent Aquarius energy, can also be Gemini or Libra, but this King of Swords does also speak of Capricorn energy, and I really want to touch on Pluto going direct in Capricorn and Saturn going direct in Aquarius. Pluto going direct in Capricorn really is a change relative to the way that you relate to other people. This could be a change in your relationship, a change in your attachment style or your relationship patterns, and you are transforming something here. We do also have changes happening in kind of this intimate part of yourself, this private part of yourself. There's a very deep transformation that is happening. And I feel like you are coming into a lot of power. There's a lot of recognition. And with the King of Swords, it's interesting that this is the King of Swords to me in this deck, to be honest, because often I feel like when we think of kings, we think of someone who is above work, someone who's beyond the work. But when I look at this king, this is someone who is crossing their T's and dotting their I's. They are getting names. They are taking names. You're taking names this month, whatever that means for you. You are really building something that is quite successful. You're feeling very good. You're feeling a very strong, productive flow. And I kind of remember last month, I felt like the reading I did for you, Cancer, was also very positive. And it was finally this burgeoning of something after a very hard transformation that you have been through. And this makes a lot of sense because Pluto is finishing up its transit in the sign of Capricorn. It's going to kind of be dancing between Capricorn and Aquarius throughout 2023 before it finally settles into Aquarius once and for all in 2024. And it feels like as you are finishing up this energy in your opposite sign, which has been opposing you, you are integrating these lessons, you are regenerating something, you are coming back to yourself, you are back and better than ever. And I'm loving this energy for you. I do want to pull an oracle card. I'm going to pull from the Moonology Tarot, or the Moonology Oracle here. And if you are interested in any of these decks that I'm using, you can find them all in the description box down below. Full Moon in Virgo, you are good enough. Now, the Moon in Virgo can really make us perfectionist. It can really drive us a little bit crazy. We don't actually have the Moon in Virgo this month, but we do have Mercury in Virgo, as well as, what else is in Virgo this month? Well, we definitely have Mercury in Virgo. That might actually be it. And for you, again, that Virgo energy represents communication. It represents clarity. It represents the conscious mind. So I feel like there is something with purification and purifying your mind this month. Some of you could be doing plant medicines. I'm getting that as well. We actually do have a mushroom on the table, just saying. And obviously not condoning or condemning. Whatever your journey is, whatever helps support you and helps you heal and integrate. But I'm getting a very earthy energy with this Virgo energy. I felt very connected to plants as well for you. Let's actually read this card and see if we can get any more information. So we have the full moon in Virgo. It's time to be really honest with yourself and understand what's led you to ask your question. Have you been humbled to the point of being self-effacing? Humility is good, but it can go too far. And drawing this card suggests you may be underrating yourself. You don't have to be flashy, just quietly certain that you are good enough. At the other end of the scale, you are also needing to be honest and answer this question. Have you been too picky? The full moon in Virgo card needs some truthful answers. Once you've given them, it should be easier to see how you've gotten where you are. Your next step should then be more obvious to you. Pay attention to the details. Hard work will bring results. Yes, yes, yes. I'm really feeling that for you, Cancer. Whatever it is that you're working on and flowing with and finding a rhythm with will be very successful because you are putting in the energy and effort that you need to this month. Attuned to the moon, find a balance between the cosmic and the mundane in your daily life. That did come up with Elder. We talked about that, like having ritual in your daily life, finding magic in the mundane. Additional meanings for this card: worrying too much will attract more things to worry about. Have you been overly critical? An apology may be in order. Stop second guessing yourself and raise your karma by doing something good for someone else. The teaching: the full moon in Virgo is a time to declutter your life, your home, and your office. It's the time to sort through what's good in your life from what's not serving you. It's also time to clear out your energies via salt baths and meditations, and to practice getting more grounded by walking barefoot. No matter when you draw this card, it's a reminder that any time is a good time to start living a healthier life. And that's very interesting because I did get this focus on health for you as well, and Virgo is the sign of health. So again, some of you may be detoxing or just taking better care of yourself, whatever that looks like for you, because this is a general reading. What's going to be healthful to you might be very different for what's going to be healthful to somebody else. But overall, this energy feels really, really positive. I feel like you're getting focus and clarity in your life this month, and I feel like there's actually a lot of new beginnings, and I really just want you to focus and keep doing what it is that you're doing, because I feel like you will be very successful with that. And those are all the messages I have for you this month, Cancer. I do hope that this reading was helpful. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future readings. Again, all of my links are in the description box down below, and you're welcome to check out the video for your moon or rising sign. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, Cancer. I'm sending you all my love and blessings your way.